Hi, I am Dr. Kevin Foley. I am a psychologist and I work with many people who have had diabetes. Today is March 13th, 2024, and you are at the Diabetes Recovery Channel. This channel is to help people who want information about recovering from diabetes. This channel is about information for helping people get information on reversing diabetes, getting over diabetes, getting off of their medications, having to not be able to need to check their blood glucose level anymore, having to go to the doctor anymore, decreasing those doctor visits, how to reverse their diabetes and change their lifestyle. This channel is for people who are motivated and want to change their lifestyle and have a natural way of getting over diabetes. If you are that person, then this channel is for you. If you're not motivated to changing your lifestyle, then this channel is not for you. If you don't want to get off metformin, get off Ozempic, get off all those other medications, and you still want to continue to see your doctor, you still want to continue to check your blood glucose, and you don't care what you eat, then this channel is not for you. But if you are wanting to know about a different way, wanting to know about other case studies and people who have recovered from diabetes, people who have gotten over their diabetes, thrown away their medications, stopped seeing the doctor, and having a healthy lifestyle, and interested in longevity, interested in having a long life where they can live and have go on vacations, go with their kids, and live a long life to be with their grandkids. If you're that person that is interested in exercising and getting off medication, stop eating fast food, stop eating sugar and high fat diets, then this channel is for you. Like I said before, our vision is a world without diabetes. Every year, the number of people getting diagnosed as diabetic is getting more and more every year. There's over 94 million Americans who are diagnosed as diabetic. But this channel is to help those people that want to reverse that trend. Of course, it's going to take a lot of work. It means monitoring your calories that you take, monitoring the carbohydrates that you take, exercising, reducing your weight, and slimming down. Stop eating fast foods, stop eating sodas and drinks and sugar and things that make your diabetes worse. Stop eating foods that increase your insulin resistance because your body naturally produces insulin. And if you eat properly, that insulin can be used to help digest your foods, can help your microbiomes to be able to produce enzymes to digest the foods that you take naturally. Your body was made as a natural machine to be able to work efficiently with natural foods. Sugar is not natural, and if you want to get off of diabetes, you want to recover from diabetes, and you have to think about stopping sugar. You have to stop eating trans fats and lots of fats in your diet. High sugar, high carbohydrate, high fat diet is the thing that produces diabetes. Diabetes is not necessarily genetic, but if you're eating the same foods that your parents and your grandparents did, then you are putting yourself at risk of diabetes. So if you look at what people eat, that's what causes diabetes. Diabetes does not have to be a progressively worsening diagnosis. It does not have to be a diagnosis or a condition where you start off with taking one pill a day and then 3 pills and 4 pills a day and leading to injections of insulin. It doesn't have to be that way. There's many research studies we're going to talk about on this channel that will help you to know that fasting, for one thing, helps to get a person recovered from diabetes because you reset your digestive system and you allow your mitochondria to heal. You allow your insulin levels in your body to decrease so that your blood is not full of insulin, so that your pancreas does not have to work overtime to produce insulin, and you get to reset your body. If you're interested in that, then this channel is for you. I am Dr. Kevin Foley, and it is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, and this is the Diabetes Recovery Channel. for people that we are going to give information about diabetes myths, about diabetes research, case studies about people who have overcome their diabetes, and people who have reversed their diabetes. If you're interested in that information, then this channel is for you. Stay tuned, because we're going to put out videos that will give you lots of information, cutting edge information, cutting edge research, the newest research that comes out, and we're going to talk about myths. One myth is that all diabetics need injections. That's not true. Not all diabetics need injections. In fact, maybe one pill a day will help that person to manage their diabetes. But essentially, this channel is not about managing your diabetes. This channel is unique in that we're going to talk about recovering from diabetes, reversing diabetes, reversing the mechanisms in your body that caused you to get diabetes. And we're going to talk about diabetes 2 on this channel. We're not talking about diabetes 1, where diabetes 1 people do need to take their medications. Diabetes 1 is way different, has a different mechanism in the body, has different outcomes. So we're going to talk about diabetes 2 on this channel. And if you're interested, then this channel is for you. We're going to talk about the symptoms of diabetes and how to recognize those symptoms. How to recognize nighttime symptoms, that you wake up in the middle of the night, maybe with cold sweats, or you may be having anxiety or panic attacks. Those symptoms may be related to diabetes. We're going to talk about the myths on this channel. So one of the myths, and people don't really talk about this, is how stress impacts diabetes. Stress has a big impact on diabetes. And I have the opportunity to see people who have gotten newly diagnosed as diabetic, and it's very stressful for them to go along their life thinking that they're eating healthy, that they're exercising, and that they're going to the gym, but all of a sudden their doctor tells them that their blood glucose and A1Cs are high and that they're pre-diabetic. It's a big shock to those people to realize that they may be at risk of getting diabetes. So I work with those people to change their lifestyle. Changing lifestyle is the most important thing. That's what Big Pharma doesn't talk about. Big Pharma advertises that all you have to do is take their pill and you can manage your diabetes. We're not going to talk about managing diabetes on this channel. This channel is not about managing diabetes. This channel is about reversing diabetes, recovering from diabetes. And if you're interested in recovering from diabetes, then this channel is for you. Of course, some people say that carbs are the enemy of diabetes. And to some extent, there are some programs out there that do promote low-carb diets, keto diets, and there has been a lot of research and case studies that show that low-carb diets do work. But there are some long-term side effects too, and we're going to talk about that on this channel. So, if you look at the history of humanity, carbs have been always a part of the diet. Grains have been always a part of the diet. And if you actually look at the way that humans have developed their teeth, we do not have canine teeth. We don't have teeth to be able to rip into meat, but meat is also an important part of diets. So we're going to talk about there's a large number of areas of the body that diabetes does affect. And one thing that people don't realize is how diabetes affects the eyes. Diabetes can actually lead to blindness. It affects the retina and it affects the cornea in your eye as far as the nutrition that your eye is getting. And we're going to talk about that on this channel. We're going to talk about neuropathy, how people start feeling symptoms in their feet of tingling and loss of circulation, how their feet tend to get cold, and how it may lead to the need for amputation of the toes. But since you're on this channel, you're probably interested in recovering from diabetes naturally. And that's what we're going to really talk about. Is the whole purpose of this channel is to talk about diabetes recovery. Recovering from diabetes, reversing diabetes. This is the Diabetes Recovery Channel. I am Dr. Kevin Foley, and this is the Diabetes Recovery Channel on Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Because if you're here, then you're interested in reversing diabetes. You're interested in recovering from diabetes. We're going to talk about sugar, how sugar affects the body just like other pollutants. How sugar is an addictive substance, and if you ever tried to stop eating sugar, you probably know that there is a reaction to the getting off of sugar, and that people get depressed, they can't sleep, they get irritable, anxious, they go through withdrawal symptoms, just like stopping alcohol or methamphetamines or any other drugs, because sugar is a stimulant. And we're going to talk about that on this channel, how sugar is detrimental to the body. So this is the Diabetes Recovery Channel, and we're going to talk about there's been talk about developing an artificial pancreas. And actually, the fact is there's no such thing as an artificial pancreas. The pancreas is a God-given organ in the body that does miraculous things, and you need your pancreas. I believe actually that you need all of your organs. They all have special abilities that are created for a purpose in your body. And we're going to talk about how you can save your pancreas if it isn't too damaged, how you can reverse the damage that's been done to the long terms of eating sugar, eating fast foods and sodas and fried foods with trans fats. We're going to talk about how people can recover from diabetes by changing their lifestyle. This channel is about changing lifestyle. And if you're not interested in changing your lifestyle, then this channel is not for you. We're going to talk about how people don't understand. There's a myth out there that diabetes does not affect the pregnancy for unborn children, but it does. Careful management is crucial during pregnancy because diabetes can be passed down. And then another thing that is not talked about is how gestational diabetes can cause type 2 diabetes later for pregnant women. We're going to talk about smoking and how there's a myth out there, there's unrelated information being that is not talked about, how smoking affects diabetes. Smoking increases diabetes complications risk. And as you probably know, diabetes affects the heart, diabetes affects the lungs, diabetes affects the feet, the nerves, all organs in the body, diabetes affects. We're going to talk about that on this channel, Diabetes Recovery Channel. So I hope you stay tuned as we talk about all the information related to diabetes. We're going to talk about metformin. And metformin is put out there, advertised that it is a cure, but metformin is not a cure. It is a medication to manage blood sugar levels. And if you look at the research that we're going to talk about on this channel, you will actually learn that people who have been on metformin for a long time only reduce their blood sugars by 1 or 2%. And over a long term, they actually need to take more and more metformin, more medications, and actually their disease gets worse. So that's what we're here to do, is to help people who are not interested in getting their disease worse along the lines. We want to help people who want to recover from diabetes on this channel, who want to reverse diabetes, who want to change their lifestyle. And if you're not interested in changing your lifestyle or changing what you eat, losing weight, then this channel is not for you, because this channel is called the Diabetes Recovery Channel. We're going to talk about a lot of different things, share information, share the latest research, and we're going to talk about how diabetes impacts oral health too. And there's a strong correlation, and there's a lot of research that is out there that actually shows that people improve their oral health and get rid of inflammation in their mouth, that their diabetes symptoms decrease, and that their blood glucose goes down, their insulin resistance goes down, and it actually helps them. There's been new research out there. So welcome to the Diabetes Recovery Channel. I am Dr. Kim Foley, and it is March 13th, 2024. Welcome, and I hope you have a good time enjoying my videos here.